So our first tune, we're going to start with the jazz band over here. They're going to be playing a tune. Man, I practiced this a whole bunch, but I'm probably going to mess it up. It's called Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy. Got it. All right. It's also going to feature our trumpet section as well as our sax section a little bit, and it is going to feature one trumpet in particular, Mr. Trey Meyer. He's going to be playing solo for us back there on trumpet. So we hope you enjoy Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy.
Tonight we will be performing a slow jazz
as he take on the well-known traditional Jingle Bells by Paul Clark. I personally enjoy the calming groove to it. I wish you safe travels this holiday. Thank you.
first song will be Where Eagles Soar by Stephen Ranke. This tune features a slow and majestic opening that evolves into a driving tempo that persists for the rest of the song. The song also features a solo by Sarah Peterson. We hope you enjoy Where Eagles Soar.
thank you all for coming to our concert this evening. This next song we will be playing is A Charlie Brown Christmas, arranged by Carl Straumann. This song features Linus and Lucy, skating, Christmas Time is Here, and O Tannenbaum. One of the most difficult but fun parts of this song is skating, where the flutes have a fast descending eighth note part. Enjoy A Charlie Brown Christmas.
Win. Our third tune for the evening is Viera Wins by Ed Huckabee. My favorite part about this tune is how all the moving parts blend together to form almost a movie soundtrack. We have one more selection for the evening. I hope you enjoy.
I'm just going to say this just right off the bat. The sad part is in the last couple tunes here, I actually made more mistakes probably than the kids in front of me did. The only difference is you can't hear mine. All right? But how about that for a group of kids that honestly hasn't played together for a week? The best thing that happens is in these situations, it's not a big deal. It's just what you do. It's just what you do. And that's the cool part about it. Now, I do have to mention one thing, because we are missing one person in our band tonight. And the poor young lady, and I'm sure she's probably not only sick to her stomach because she is sick to her stomach, but she's sick to her stomach because she'd want to be here. But our lead alto sax player shows up for school today and then it's like, I need to go to the doctor, influenza. So Allie Huff here played that solo right there that was not hers in that last tune, and she sight read all the alto one parts today for the first time after the jazz band hadn't rehearsed for over a week and a half. So there's some fun stuff. So I got a little bit of little things right here. The first and foremost is we actually have a senior in our midst that's actually graduating. And since she will not get the same pomp and circumstance that we do at our spring concert, I'm going to do it. Lydia Rosenberger, please stand. Lydia is the daughter of Tim and Craig Rosenberger. Where they at? They're up there. And maybe just stand up to mom and dad, you know. All right. So, yeah, go ahead and give them a round of applause. So Lydia's actually graduating here at semester time, and she's going to continue her education. She's going to UNL, and she's going to be majoring in animal science. I got that right, didn't I? There you go. Give her one more round of applause. Okay, so more fun stuff. Every year at the end of, every time you have auditions and things, there's always bittersweet moments. And once again, we had kids try out for All-State Orchestra, and oh man, I can't be any more proud than how those kids represented themselves, represented our school in auditions. We had kids that were so close, and more importantly, just kids that worked their tails off. And sometimes when you work your tail off, just like in any sporting event, you can work your tail off and still lose. It's just what happens. But then you got to come back. You got to come back stronger. And that's the biggest thing. But we were fortunate enough to have one person make it into All-State Orchestra. It was his second time making it. Of course, he's a little upset because he didn't get the timpani part this year. It's competitive in that percussion section. So we did have one person make it. Let's recognize him, Maxwell Kelsey. Okay, so we got a couple little things here that I have to do. First of all, there ain't no rest for the wicked, of course. So of course we get done with I like to say, Christmas break volume 1. We get done with that, and then immediately we come back, and all these kids, this is no kidding, they show up to school on Monday, and it's a normal day of school. Let's be real here, a normal day of school. And then on top of that, tomorrow, these kids they're in gymnastics, they're in basketball. We're hosting a basketball doubleheader against Kimball White Lake, so we have pep band tomorrow, all right? And we're going to be crushing it again. So that's just more testament to what these kids do. So give them a round of applause for just who they are. So I've got a couple thank yous to dish out. I'm gonna start with the top two, Joni and Marissa. I think I saw them over there somewhere. Howdy. All right. Joni and I have been working together, and now this is going to be our third year working together. But I tell you what about a shot in the arm? And if you had a chance to go to that middle school concert, Marissa Hanley is an animal. All right, she's an animal. And she has those kids wanting to be around and things like that, and it makes me really, really psyched to keep on doing what I do. And I just absolutely love it. She's doing a fantastic job. On top of that, you work with administration like Adam Nelson, who's over here. I thought I saw him, and Jeff Steckelberg, and those guys. And then, of course, Bill Kurtz, who, when I just said, hey, it looks like Monday's open, this might be our only chance to get it. And I texted him, I think, last week on Sunday about that. He's like, yep, we gotta do it. And so, thanks to those guys. Give them a round of applause. And he's not on my little thing, but I would be remiss if I didn't thank Jim Killian. I know he's not here tonight. He puts in tireless hours. I mean, he is by far, and no offense to anybody else that's in here that works up here, I think he's the best person at our school, and just what he does. So thank you to Jim. Thank you to my family up here, my loving wife. Of course, she took the day off from work and made a whole bunch of fancy cards. I'm glad she has the artistic ability in this family, because I sure don't. And thank you to my mom and dad for helping out. But here's my last thing. I gotta do this because this is fun. All right, kids back here, this involves some participation. I need to see a show of hands. Please do not sign up or stand up. Just put your hand up. Put your hand up right now if you are in a winter sporting activity. Basketball, any of those things, wrestling, gymnastics, put your hand up in the air. All right, now put your hand up in the air right now. Keep them up, keep them up, keep them up. This is going to be cool. Put your hand up if you are in a fall activity, whether it be football, any of those athletic events. Now put your hand up if you're active in FFA or like trap club or anything like that in the spring. Hey, no, keep your hands up. Keep your hands up for everybody. Yeah. Now, take a look at what we got here, ladies and gentlemen. And put your hand up right now if you were a part of the fall play and one act. There's another one. Look at that. Look at that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, do you see the amount of hands in the air? This is a quarter of our school. So now you can put your hands down. And I will say this. There is no reason that every single gym, every single performance activity, every single event that our kids do, that those rafters shouldn't be packed to the top. And I know, me as a person, it is tough when you get done, and I'm going to put myself, because I can only speak for myself, when you get done reffing a double header, and I'll be honest with you, these girls JV and boys JV basketball players, they get up and down the gosh dang court so dang quick, and I was worn out. But when you get done reffing a double header, and you're like, gosh dang it, I need to stick around here and watch it. Ladies and gentlemen, let's pack the gym, pack the gymnastics thing tomorrow. There is no excuse. Let's get out there and let's be there for our students and be there for our kids. All right? Don't be that cheerleader that just says, way to go, and comment and like it on Facebook. They don't care about that. And if you do, come on. They care about seeing your face out in the crowd. Be more than a cheerleader from behind the keyboard. Be a cheerleader in person. And let's have a fantastic, fantastic winter break. And I have one challenge to everybody in here. And I challenge my band. And I know that some of these guys, they take the challenges I give them, they're like, oh, it's coach giving us another challenge. But here's my challenge to everybody out there. And I did this twice. Think of right now in this holiday season, think of somebody that you had as a teacher. Think of somebody you had as a coach. Think of somebody 5, 6, 7 years ago, maybe in the beginning of your work career, that was very, very formative in who you are as a person and how you go about your entire life. Find their phone number, give them a call, and say thank you. Do it. Do it. I did it, and I'll tell you what, when I called up Mrs. Strzeski and Mrs. Berg, it wasn't because I was like, you know what, you made me a better singer and a better actor. It was because, no, you taught me what it was like to work hard, use your time efficiently, use it the right way, be great at what you're doing, and then shut your mouth and be great at the next thing too. So call somebody, thank them, and let's spread this, just the thoughts of this season around, because I think it's very, very important. That's all I have. I hope you enjoyed the concert, because right now, she's done enough playing tonight, but now she's got to do a little speaking. Allie, take it away.
this song was getting to put a different spin on music we all know and love. Thank you and enjoy.